What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. I usually don't start Market Watch off with a plug. If you notice, I tend to put it in the middle somewhere to just go between segments, but there are so many weird cards that have gone up in price past what I ever would have thought for, even for collectability's sake, that I couldn't put this in between those, like, aesthetically pleasingly, so we're gonna get through them all at once. And I'll also do a giveaway for your trouble of listening to this if you pay attention. We have the new Divine Trio set here, Obelisk, Raw, and Slifer on Stay Classy, and the matching numbers have already sold out, which means the quantities are going on these too. You can use code WhatsGood5 for 5% off for yourself and also to support the channel. And I think by far my favorite is going to be the Winged Dragon of Raw. Look at the tiled wings, the hieroglyphs in the back, if I can get them to show off in this lighting. There we go. And then you have Sphere Mode on the back as well, looking amazing, basically making this a two-sided field center. Obelisk has these rays coming down, which I really like when Stay Classy uses that design. And then on the back you have that cracked earth as if he's rising. And then I haven't got Slifer in yet. The giveaway here is very simple. All you got to do to enter is be a public subscriber, because I'm not going to give it to somebody who isn't supporting the channel for at least free. Subscribing, click that thing, it's free. Then also like this video and tell me which of the 3 god cards you like the most. A very simple classic question, and you could win yourself this utopia that somebody failed to ever claim as a prize. I will pin your comment after 2 days. I will also give it a heart. You should see it in your notifications, and I'll tell you to contact the channel Facebook. I mail these worldwide. Anybody can win. All you've got to do is claim them within a decent amount of time. So this is being given away once again. They're metal field centers. Do the noise. That's why they have the price. They are durable. They are freaking awesome, and they are really amazing designed, and they sheen like nothing else, and they just look freaking amazing when it comes to field centers. That being said, let's go ahead and get into today's Market Watch, starting with premium pack. Somebody on stream, and this is what started the entire rabbit hole, said, John, do you think there's any value in like premium pack 1 and 2? They're semi-iconic cards. And I went, you know what? It's been about over a decade since these released, and let me tell you something you might not have known. The secret rares that are atop this set are supposed to be super rares. That's why there's so much. There was this common misprint in both Premium Pack 1 and 2 where you would have things that are supposed to be super come with secret foiling just naturally fitting. Hecatrice is one of the most notable since it was actually played in an engine and people liked this one for a long time. 30 to 40 is kind of where it used to sit back in the day even though. But what then caught my eye was Sinjinjin. Even the super rares are bought out towards $10. Now, this has a cool flavor text. He's the keeper of the Millennium items. And what I started to kind of look at was, wait a minute. He has a World Championship Series card. I believe these used to be given out at Toys R Us as the prize card. And then also a secret misprint, meaning his only versions are premium pack. And then, well, a prize card in the sense of back in the day you could go and win this somewhere and they come sealed or unsealed, which, you know, sealed would probably be preferred, I would imagine. So when we look at these prices now, these have been bought out to ridiculous proportions, and people looked around at the old collectability at not having a reprint forever, and there's a vanilla up, which caused me to look next at another thing that had a prize card that doesn't even have a slot here on TCG Player, it seems, and that's Canon the Sword's Mistress. So we'll put one more in here and see. Nope, it doesn't have a listing, but she too, for her vanilla, is way up in price versus the alternate version, and this is her only other version in the game, and you can see $15+ versus an old market price of 2, and I think we saw this go up to 5 before. Actually, maybe it didn't get too many sales. The market price hasn't budged much. Here's the WCS version of her. I believe the back has the Asian symbol actually on it for Yu-Gi-Oh, and they've gone up ridiculously. I sold one of these probably too cheap in recent history to somebody just looking to complete World's Cards collections, and I was like, you know what, man, it's been sitting here in my closet for me. Here you go. Here's a decent price on it, and boy, instant regret, but not really. I'd rather somebody be able to complete their collection and move on versus it just sitting around. And I made money on the cards, but gosh dang, did that skyrocket. And I sold it before the entire, like, crush card craziness situation was going on. So yeah, these are spiking and going up if you have them, and definitely check your Sinjin not only for money, but it's alternate for, man, your Ultra Cannons are going up. Speaking of Ultras that have higher end copies, Mech Chaser also has lower end copies, and I noticed because I was hunting these personally for past format play, the ultra rare first eds have actually gone down in price, but you still might not have known that these are $5-ish for first edition ultras that do go up somewhat quickly and not have many listings on the market. Happy Lover is another vanilla. I know we're starting off with a lot of vanilla ice cream. Happy Lover only has one printing for the card, period. It used to be used with advanced ritual art to send fairies to the graveyard so that you could access Christia. No joke. And that's part of why it's so up. It used to be an actual meta card, so they saw some play, and it is almost a $10 common if you have this little, I believe Taya used it in the anime, piece of Yu-Gi-Oh! History. Frog the Jam, speaking of history, got a name change, so only the McDonald's pack promo of it has this text for the name, and you can see it's actually somewhat decent in price, but you still might not know you had money, and I didn't know people would be listing it this low versus its recent history, and you can see after those are gone, it's freaking $100. Zodiac Thoroughblade, interrupting, I thought I shifted this around, interrupting the weird cards. Zodiac is getting a lot of hype heading towards Tri-Brigade and Phantom Rage, and both copies, the Mega Pack and the regular copies, have been going way up, so it's kind of interesting just to note, it's now other pieces of Zodiac. If you have past format decks, hey, you can start looking at that deck and be like, hey, this is going pretty good in price, and it's always been a decent deck. And also, Infernoble Arms Durandal is up in price as Infernobles have been getting results here and there. I believe Pack took down the giant card with the deck, and you do play this, I believe in 3s if I'm not mistaken, in the deck, so it's one of the highest priced pieces coming out of Rise of the Duelists. I had to find my words and not stumble there, okay, guys? But it's headed towards $8 for the most part and continues to track up when you used to be able to get these for 5s, then 6. It keeps going. Now, back to the weirdness. Somebody wanted me to re-explain this, what I meant there's not really estimated value pulled, because they were thinking about investing in Dark Beginnings and Dark Revelations besides 4, and I explained, well, 4 is where I would be going even if it's more expensive. So let's open both of these tabs and show you what I mean by estimated value pull. The thing with Dark Beginning is, all these are really awesome versions of the card, right? You have Super Pot of Greed, Super Delinquent Duo, things you won't get other places, but all these cards have better versions elsewhere. Ultra Rare First Edition Magic Ruler. You have a Secret Rare out of Kaiba Collection. You have a Secret Rare and Ultimate Rare Pot of Greed. You have Ultimate Rare Regeki and a better Ultra Rare Regeki. All these cards just get kind of stumped for where they are in Dark Beginnings. But when we go to Dark Revelations, oops, future market watch prices, by the way, we see the estimated value pull has unique versions to this set that collectors chase after, be it Rare Doomlord. This was $30 even in the past for how hard it was to get as a Crush Card Virus target, to Exarion for Goat. Yes, the 10 is secret as well, but you get that DR stamp. DD Assailant is unique to the set as a secret rare, and people love playing their goats and alternate versions of goats. Even Super Drillroid is kind of a meme in here. Super Icarus Attack has been reprinted, but this is the OG version. And Ultra Pot of Avarice, while there is the Ultimate, Ultra isn't too bad. You have so many unique cards within here that it ends up with a better estimated value pull, and these super rares have been heralded for a long time. And Secret Kaiba Man, I think, also comes Retro Pack Secret. So while there is overlap, a lot of people consider DR04 to be one of those, and also I think it was shorted in production, if I'm not mistaken. So those differences are why DR04 is a different beast than Dark Revelations, say, 3 or the Dark Beginning set. That's why I wouldn't necessarily rush towards these, but you could still make value investing in these in the future, as the DR4 name could drag these upwards. I'm not saying it's not a smart decision, I just think there's better places to put your money than this, but it's still not a bad way to squirrel it away. Dark Magic Attack from Ancient Sanctuary is up in price. Dark Magician Players Unite. This probably happened around when the Megaton hype happened, and I just kind of missed the fallout. Even the Unlimbs are up ridiculously priced, and if you're looking for a first edition, it is $40+ for a very iconic spell card. So you Dark Magician players who fully hollowed out your deck, you're winning at some point of the game. Also, Arcana Force XXI, the world in weird cards. The ultimate is way up, but so is the Ultra now. The Unlims are even towards 7 out of Light of Destruction, and the first editions are above 10. This has always been a funny FTK card, getting the coin flip to be able to skip their turn to go in, and the ultimate rare, of course, is the more collectible version of this card. People are referencing JoJo memes. No, I don't think that's it. The unlimited ultis are now headed towards 20, but are hovering under, and the first edition ultis are almost $40. So there's something you might have that you didn't know was money if you have this ultra rare as well. Gene Warped Werewolf Ultimate Rare. This is the first ever 2000 attack in the game. I even told you guys that this was when I was just learning how to vend back in 2007, 2008. This is something I went in on as I thought, wow, they made Justy Break and Birthright. Surely they'll continue vanilla support, and that never came to fruition until Link summoning, okay? Well, we see the unlimited ultis are now 20 plus for this very nice looking card, and the first editions line up not too far away towards 27. So just like all ultimate rares are disappearing, but this is one that caught me off guard while we were talking vanillas. Spirit of the Pharaoh, also from Ancient Sanctuary, like Dark Magic Attack, is up in price for a weird card that's collectible. You see this card and you see old Yu-Gi-Oh art and you almost automatically go, what is this worth? And it is now worth $14+. Getting actual sales versus that market price, though, good luck. A lot of these you'll have maybe problems getting sales rates on them, but they're up in price for now. People are going after every odd end in the collector market. Now, speaking of number hunting and a weird meta play back from the Blue Eyes days I didn't know about, number 46, Dragluion. He is up in price for the super rare as well, only having its one printing towards $7, and the ulti is shooting up even faster. This is something I didn't know was worth money at all, but number hunting has its own base that informs me and tells me things, and the first edition ultis you may actually want to consider sooner than later, as it will be its highest rarity for all time, around $14 to $15, especially since the super rare probably doesn't have a reprint on the horizon or a reason for Konami to even touch it unless they're doing like that complete collection that Japan's doing. I don't know what to say about this card other than it is actually an interesting effect if you take the time to go and read through it. Some penny stonks to reward you here at the end of Market Watch for listening to my spiel and giveaway at the beginning, and then through all these crazy cards that you may or may not have had and had interest in. System Down was asked of me last night on live stream if it was a good penny stonk, and I went, abso-freaking-lutely. This cycles back into formats. It's more so a matter of time. When will the machines rise again? And we see the super rares are towards $3-ish to $4, which is still a pretty good price to grab these super rares that have become worth 10 to 15 at some point in history and time. And then the ultimate rares, they're always something good to grab out of Cybernetic Revolution in history. You also have a DR4 rare. I think all of these are decent to get, but the penny stonk aspect of the super rare, yeah, that's a great card to grab and just sit on like a mother hen. And then Ultra Polymerization. I don't know that I necessarily back this one, because every time it gets mentioned with Prank Kids, I feel like I see Prank Kids play something like Invocation instead. So Prank Kid players, let me know, but it was a Prank Kid, the more so expert than myself, that told me about this card and that it's going up and out of quantities for Prank Kids. The secret rare is disappearing from the market once again, as it has in the past. I feel like this buyout just never pans out for a card that does have amazing and high potential, but it reaches $5, you can see by the third page, and with damaged copies in between. It's from the year where the Megatons were still the same rarity, though, so there's another secret rare option that is getting somewhat ignored, but headed towards $2 as well. And then you have a super rare version out of Hidden Summoners, which I believe is the set the actual Prank Kids were in. If I were to say throw your money at something, I'd probably say throw it at Prank Kids Placer. Well, people might have already done it. Market price 13. Let's see if that's from the old times or if that's right now. We see first editions. Yep, they are going up as, and the reason for Prank Kids hype is in Phantom Rage, they're supposed to get Prank Kids Meow Meow, which is a Link one that actually does something good for the deck. So what do you guys think of Ultra Polys? Maybe the more experienced Prank Kids player, why would you play this over Invocation, or why would you play Invocation over this? Why do you see the cards that end up? I believe we even see like Mask Change Dark Law, into a lot of Prank Kids builds of old, where's the deck going, will you be playing this card, and do you find this hype justified? Amazing potential for a card, but amazing potential doesn't always pan out into the actual metagame. That being said, thank you for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and enter that giveaway from the beginning. We'll be re-giving away this, so this isn't even going to affect the usual giveaway of the month, but I did want somebody that's going to win it to actually go ahead and get it. So we are re-raffling this away in a sense, and it's going to be the one random user in the comment section who tells me their favorite god card and is subscribed to the channel. That easy, but you got to be subscribed publicly and like the video.